First of all, thanks for coming here. It's for me an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
And I have two questions for you. One is similar to the one that my friend gave you, but it's about Love Thing. Love Thing, it's for me just an amazing love song. And now you're making a podcast before the album is released, so we know more or less the meaning between every song. In the past, it wasn't possible. So I would like to know which are the meanings,
The feelings
behind the feelings and the meanings behind Love Thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the second question is, your surname Satriani is for us Italian.
Yes.
Sounds similar. So I would like to know how you feel when you are coming to Italy, and which is your relation with our country, how you feel with us.
Okay. Well, Love Thing was a song, love song for my wife, and it was actually very difficult to write because it has a very strong chordal melody to it that starts the song. And when I started to write it, I was thinking perhaps that would be the main melody, and I would somehow be able to arrange the song to have this melody. And we actually recorded a version of it in two separate keys with the Bissonette brothers, and I think once with earlier with Jeff. And they were sort of disasters because the music never took off, and I couldn't really figure it out. So I thought, well, I'm obviously doing this the wrong way. And one day when I sat down to work on it, I thought, well, maybe it should be a counterpoint type of song, that the chord melody, maybe if it's not on electric guitar, I can soften it, and there would be this other melody that came on top. So I tried to think of, well, I mean, when I tried to play guitar over it, it just sounded like too much guitar. So I imagined that I was a singer, and I was trying to figure out, well, who's the right singer to imagine over this? And for some reason, I landed on the idea of Chris Isaak. I don't know if you know who Chris Isaak is.
Yes.
He's an American singer. He kind of represents like the 50s. He has sort of what we call a retro act, wears suits and sings like a crooner.
Goes on the beach with Helena Christensen.
There you go.
Yeah.
But if you imagine that, da 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 da, then you can understand where I was thinking. A guy who sings in a baritone, who sings softly, and who lets the end of the phrases ring out. In other words, they weren't short words; they were long phrases. And so I thought, okay, maybe that should be my approach. So I worked on that, and then I brought it back to the band, and I said, okay, same song, but completely different melody on top, and it changed everything. And then, this is very technical, I know, I took, since I decided I wanted it to be a wah-wah guitar, and I was going to be representing a baritone singer, this guitar sound was going to have to be rather wide, not small, or upper pitch like Flying in a Blue Dream, or Friends, very high up. It was actually going to have to be a thick melody. So I thought, well, that means I have to get the rhythm guitars to somehow be wide but sort of transparent. So I had this old Martin acoustic guitar, a 1948 0021. I brought it to Gary Brower, my luthier, and I said, you've got to make this guitar work perfectly in tune when it's in an open E tuning. So now there are two sides to this. So he got Buzzy Featon to create a special intonation set so that I could play these chords all up and down the neck, and it would sound completely in tune, which is very hard to do on an old acoustic guitar. And then, this is the funny part, we took the acoustic guitar, which had a Sunrise pickup in it, and we plugged it into a Zoom. And the Zoom is what you hear in stereo, with chorus and delay on it, and then also a direct, just straight into the recording console. So we have these 2 or 3 performances of these acoustic guitars that I can strum very, very easily, and they can create a very transparent but beautiful sound. Yeah, and then this fat guitar with a wah-wah would come in. Now, then, and this is a very long answer, but
Fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Just speak.
Just speak. This song took almost a year to figure out. It was just so hard to figure out. And then the melody, of course, when you play through a wah-wah at a normal loud volume, there's feedback everywhere. And the wah-wahs are extremely noisy, and as soon as they hit resonant frequencies of whatever room you're in, you get feedback. So we had to record it very quietly, about this quiet. So the music would be playing, and I'd be it was very quiet. I had to lean into the speakers so I could really hear what I was playing. But that allowed the notes to kind of die out a little bit. We needed the gain high to create the fat sound, but the volume low to keep the sustain lower.
Fantastic song.
It really took a lot of work. When I look back at
Yeah,
it.
but the result is fantastic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, always with you is for your wife.
Yes. And as far as my heritage, my
Yes.
mother's family is from Bari, and my father's family is from Bobbio, which is not too far from here.
Yes.
An hour or something like that, 1.5 drive from here. And I have lots of cousins here.
Ah,
My guest list has 22 cousins on it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
So it's great. I love coming to Italy, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
È un grande. È veramente un grande, senza parole.